Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS news for Wednesday, April 10. 10,000 Jamaicans will get the opportunity to buy shares in Wigton Wind Farm Limited when the initial public offering IPO opens on April 17. Through the IPO, which runs until May 1, investors will have access to 11 billion shares at 50 cents each. 2.2 billion shares will be reserved for public sector workers.
This is the best way of giving back to the people of the country. This is the best way of achieving the goal of socialization of wealth.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness was speaking Tuesday at Wigton's breakfast briefing. The state is seeking to raise $5.5 billion from the sale of shares on the Jamaican stock market.
In just the same way that Wigton was created to diversify Jamaica's energy mix, I believe that this IPO will diversify your investment portfolios and become the wind beneath your investment wings.
Wigton is the largest wind energy facility in the English-speaking Caribbean. In related news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the government has intensified its drive to increase ownership among the citizenry. He says the Development Bank of Jamaica has started the process to divest the state's shares in the Jamaica Public Service Company and the Jamaica Mortgage Bank. Once these well-run companies are placed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Mr. Holness believes there will be increased opportunity for wealth creation on the island.
Our strategy is not welfare. Our strategy is wealth creation. And I know that in the minds of many Jamaicans, there is a fear almost that wealth creation is synonymous with exploitation. Again, we have to get that out of our psyche, out of our way of thinking. Jamaica is destined to be a rich country, and we must never be afraid of wealth. We mustn't be afraid of making a profit. Profit is a good thing.
In other news, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says new regulations will be enacted to establish the rules under which Jamaica's funeral homes should operate. Dr. Tufton says the new regulations will be enacted during the first half of the 2019-2020 fiscal year. Issues to be addressed include the regularization, registration, and creation of appropriate standards and protocols of funeral homes.
The reality is that there are some concerns around how funeral homes operate. And if I were to be liberal in my description, I would say that it comes across almost as a free-for-all, where every and anybody can be a funeral director, very little rules of engagement, and in all of this, there is concern, public health concerns.
Dr. Tufton made the declaration Tuesday as he addressed the Medarest Memorial Gardens annual appreciation and celebration of funeral directors event. The minister also revealed that Cabinet would be reviewing the public health funeral establishment and mortuary operations and regulations. Negotiations are underway for the first phase of rehabilitation works on the railway service between Montego Bay St. James and Appleton Estate in St. Elizabeth. The project is expected to start within the current financial year through a joint venture arrangement between the Jamaica Railway Corporation, JRC, and private investors. The plan was released in the 2019-2020 Public Bodies Estimates of Revenue and Expenditure. In addition to the revitalization of the rail service, the JRC is projecting net profit of $17.88 million in revenues. This will be done through rental and lease, as well as concluding ongoing land sale transactions and contractual responsibilities under the track user agreement with two bauxite companies. The St. Anne Development Company Limited, SADCO, is expecting net profits of $35.12 million this fiscal year. That's according to the 2019-2020 Public Bodies Estimates of Revenue and Expenditure. SADCO also intends to improve operations at Duns River Falls and Park through several improvement projects in the fiscal year. Among them, a new service court to include changing rooms, lockers and shops, a VIP entrance, and redeveloped craft market. And finally, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information is asserting that claims that it is recruiting persons to be data collection officers are fictitious. The ministry says the false message being circulated on WhatsApp is asking persons to bring their relevant documents to be hired for conducting an audit of books and furniture. The ministry is warning persons who are creating these malicious messages to desist from doing so, as it has caused confusion and challenges for those who would have responded. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.